They will fear me.
Bradley Ellis.
Ben Moore.
We've been playing a lot of Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
And we like it. We're borderline obsessed with it.
Yeah, we love it.
But recently, less recently now, but there was a huge, colossal update to Dota 2. And I checked it out. And I've kind of fallen off the Dota 2 grid.
Sure.
Even at my best, it was a game that I never played super competitively. But I got to a point where I learned quite a few heroes, and I felt like I had a solid basic understanding of the game. 6.84, this latest patch, has changed a lot of things. And we could get into the nitty-gritty. We could talk about every single detail that's been changed. But I think it's more valuable to talk about kind of the broad strokes, what they were trying to achieve. And one of the things that I really like is matches are a little bit faster now. Part of the reason I sort of lost interest in Dota 2 was not that it was ever a bad game. I think Dota 2 is and has always been an incredible game. But, I would be in 90-minute matches, 60-minute matches, 45-minute matches, where a lot of times I kind of got the sense that we were going to win or lose, and I was just waiting for it to happen. Now, with some of the things that they've changed, matches do not last as long, and part of the reason for that is they encourage more interactions between the teams. You get less gold for creep kills.
Really?
And you get more gold for killing heroes. So it kind of encourages you to get out there. Yeah. The other thing that I really like that they accomplished with this patch is they've sort of reevaluated old items and given them new uses. So Agnum's Scepter is an item that was good for a few heroes, but not very many. Now they've just changed what that item does for other heroes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they've basically widened its use, which is great because, like with any game, you get into sort of this routine where like, okay, I'm playing this character, this is my build, this is how I do it again and again and again, and I feel like this patch has completely changed the meta, if you will. And there are also new items that completely change things as well. And what I like about the items is there's one that increases your attack speed by 120, but you can also consume the item, and it's an expensive item to get a permanent bonus.
Really?
Yeah, so it's sort of like you kind of go, in Dota you have 6 slots for items. By consuming it, you kind of go beyond that, you know what I mean? And again, it's just kind of, patches to me are often boring. I usually don't get excited about them.
Sure,
I know a lot of people do. I guess the only game that I really follow that closely is Hearthstone. But what I like about this Dota 2 patch, and I think it's actually part of the reason MOBAs are so popular and relevant, is because Valve is not just doing incremental updates. They're not just doing simple balance changes. I mean, they're constantly rethinking how players interact with this game, and it's being done completely for free. You know what I mean? That's incredible. I'm not saying they succeeded with absolutely everything on this patch, but the scope that it has, and it's coming out at the perfect time, a little bit before the International, which makes that more exciting. Like suddenly Dota 2 is back in my life. Where if it was another game in another company, maybe it just would have been permanently.
So would you say this is a good time to step back into Dota if you've been away for a while?
I don't know if there's ever a good time to step into Dota.
Sure.
I don't say that as an insult to the game, but it's very complex, and it doesn't have a great tutorial system. It's hard to learn.
So would you say, let's say someone who played Dota a lot, usually, who just got burnt out, taking a break, would you say probably there's enough that's changed for them to be excited again?
Yeah.
Like you're a perfect example.
Was it. I mean, yeah, that's it. I'm the example. Yeah. I got sick of Dota, and this has reignited my enthusiasm because it's changed what I've expected out of the game.
Cool. What's something you would want to see in a next patch coming out then?
That's the thing is, anything that I could think of what I like about 6.84 is it completely caught me off guard in so many ways. I didn't expect them to go this direction. I think what I would like to see is, I feel like what has happened with us in Heroes of the Storm and kind of how we've kind of latched onto it as an office is because that game is designed to be easily understood.
Yeah, sure.
And there are so many things in Dota 2. It's almost like it has its own language. Like MOBAs already have a lot of complicated shared jargon, but I feel like Dota 2 goes beyond that. I wish there was a way to make that more approachable without sacrificing it, because all of the nuances and all of the complexities are what make Dota 2 such a strong game. It's what separates it from everything else. But at the same time, it's not just with you guys, with other friends that I have outside of work, it's hard getting them into the game. And I wish it was a little bit easier. I might be alone in that wish. I don't know. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, you've achieved a sense of self-worth as a person. Never again will you seek validation from others. What a joyous, joyous day.